Mr. and Madam Chair, the first thing that we should have to know is about the developing countries. What is the developing countries? What is the characteristic of developing countries? Developing countries include many people who hard to find a job. Many people are unemployed. Many people hard to find education or via job, and many people are suffering. Even more in the pandemic COVID-19, that we know that in this pandemic COVID-19, our economy is slowly down, and many products don't sell, and many sellers don't want to buy the product, and many companies make dismissal that make the big dismissal impacted to our society. And besides that, many graduate students who didn't have the job that make the high level of competition among the society, among our local workers. And we have these foreign companies operating in our territory, and most of the time they prefer to use people that brought along instead of using our local workers, our society to that limit the probability of society of our people to get the job. Therefore, we believe that for every foreign company in our territory, we should require a minimum quota of local workers. We don't say that we don't allow the foreign company, but we also want them to make a part of employee of our society. That's why we should make the agreement with the foreign company that 20% of international workers and 80% of local workers. It is why we need to boost the percentage of jobless in our area, in our territory. Ladies and gentlemen, our goal is to make our local workers getting the job and being productive, as well as decreasing the number of unemployment in our society. Because we know that if we have high level of jobless, maybe we'll be impacted to our economic, to our social. That will increase the number of the crime, and then we also want to remove the entry barrier that make it hard for our society to get into the foreign company, because we know that our local workers, our society have the ability and capability to join in the foreign companies, and we increase the local workers' opportunity to getting the job. Moreover, in the situation that force them in a high level of competition. And two things to say. The first one is the basis of justification. The question is to pop up is why it is okay for developing countries to set the minimum quota for these foreign companies to allow our society get into the companies. The first one, because of the foreign companies benefiting of our territory that have been operating this our area with least not intention to give it back to our company, to our country. I mean, they generated the benefits so big, but they don't provide benefits to us, such as didn't allow our local workers, didn't allow our society to getting job into the foreign companies. And the second of all is the responsibility of our government is to protect our people, to protect our society, and provide the productivity first to our people by setting the quota, at least guarantee our society an entry barrier to get into the foreign companies, because it is the responsibility for the government to protect the society to get the job into the foreign company. And we realize that the opposition house will say that we might lose these foreign companies, but why it is something that's still worth to pursue. The first one, we are no longer letting the foreign company exploiting on our area, our territory, in the event when they don't want to comply with setting the minimum quota of local workers of our society. At the same time, we are also protecting the local people so that they have the chance, they have the opportunity to be productive. That's still not being taken away by the foreign workers, by international workers, that the foreign company take it. So it is okay if you lose them in the event they don't want to comply because of the trade-off we are willing to take. So take it, the bullet. The secondly is on the benefit. We believe that of developing countries create this requirement, it will be create more benefits in many aspects. The first one, of course, to the country. The country will have the bargaining power to these foreign companies by saying, if you don't want this, we won't allow you to be in our territory. So you should go. You should go. And then when a country have bargaining power, the interest of the country will be achieved. What is the interest? What is the interest? What is the interest? The first one is to protect people, and then not letting this foreign company reap the benefit without giving the feedback to our countries. and to our countries and to our society. This will be happen if we set up the minimum quota of the local workers of our society. If we done this, the first one, we have the bargaining power that will contract the foreign company, and then more people will get this foreign companies that most of the time the entry barrier is too high. They hide to the society. And the third one is more people will get the job. If it is the people will get the job, the people will be economically stopped, and the country's employment will go low, and the country's economic will be get better as whole. Therefore, the benefit for this case is the government also will decrease the number of jobless, and we also increase the number of our economy. So we open this case.